The wash and go is a staple hairstyle in the natural hair community, at least for most people. I know I get that some people don't really like the wash and go because it causes some tangling and it may affect length retention. But let me just share a few of my tips that may actually help you embrace the wash and go hairstyle a little bit better. But before I do so, if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted to when I record videos. In the past, I've been very kind of with recording videos on a consistent basis because of my life. It's not that I'm lazy, it's just having a special needs son. It's really difficult for me to find time to record videos and edit them. However, I am making a concerted effort to record videos once a week, and with that I want to try and give you as much content and as the most useful tips as possible. Sometimes the videos won't be as long as I would like, and sometimes I will just have to share quick tips. But in this video I'm going to talk to you about how to make your wash and go the best that it can be. I'm going to show you some things. Now let's start off with the fact that when you do a wash and go in fine hair, first of all, it can be a bit of a disaster after a few days. Your hair can tangle terribly. This is 4 days of a wash and go. I still have a lot of definition, but I do have some frizz going on. When it's time to refresh a wash and go, if you do the refreshing thing, the one area of your hair that needs it the most is the edges. You see? Now, I could just slick my edges down and go about my business and rock this wash and go another few days. However, that is not going to be the best thing for my hair, because with this area being the most frizzed out, it really just means that this hair is very dry and it is going to be more prone to breakage. That's why some people's edges also don't grow in. They don't treat their edges the way they treat the rest of the hair. So now what I'm going to show you is how I refresh my edges. I'm going to take my glasses off. How I refresh my edges is very much the same how I actually do my wash and go. I start with water. So I'm going to spray my edges with just a little bit of water, just to get nice and hydrated, because your hair needs moisture for your wash and go to be bomb to begin with and healthy. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the product that I used to set my hair, and it starts with the leave-in conditioner, which in this case I use Main Choices Tropical Moringa Sweet Oil and Honey Endless Moisture leave-in. I'm going to take a little bit of that, not very much, just a little. It doesn't require a lot for that section, and then I'm going to just work it into my edges. Then I'm going to seal my hair with the oil that I used during the process when I first set the wash and go. And in this case, it's Tegan's Thank God It's Natural Miracle Repair Anti-Breakage Serum. This is a combination of black, honey, and coconut oil. There's like a bunch of things in this. I know some people don't like coconut oil, but you can use whatever oil you want. In this case, the reason I like this and I'm using it is because the edges are also most prone to breakage. This is an anti-breakage serum as well as a sealing oil. So I'm going to put just a little bit on my hands and work it through the section. Now, as you can see, the curls are actually starting to reform. But what really gets those curls good and popping is the gel. Sticking with the same line of products, I'm using the Crystal Orchid Gel by the Main Choice. It's biotin infused styling gel. Very much like a jelly. It's very gooey. It reminds me of flaxseed gel a little bit. And I'm going to work that into my edges. Now I'm working that into my edges. And as you can see, it's giving my edges some life, moisture, and it allows me to wear this wash and go longer without worrying about how my edges are shaping up. And again on this side, Add that little bit of leave-in conditioner. The oil. Finally, the gel. See? This way I do not have to worry about my edges being dry and brittle and unhealthy, and the rest of my curls are pretty much still good to go when it comes to having to extend this wash and go just one more day. Another tip I want to share with you is that when you have fine hair and you have a wash and go, don't do what you see people with heftier strands doing, like going 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, 2 weeks with their wash and go and not refreshing their hair. Listen, just because the curls may still look nice, there's some tangling that's going to be going on in the back if you allow your wash and go too long. I recommend 4 days max before washing and rehydrating your hair again. This will help to cut down on the amount of tangling that you get when you do a wash and go. Tomorrow I'm going to wash my hair because I did this on Thursday. So I did this on Thursday in the afternoon. So Friday, Saturday, today's Sunday. This is day like 3.5. Tomorrow I'm washing my hair. I think the optimal time to wash your hair and reset your wash and go when you have fine natural hair is 4 days. I find that if I go 5 days, 7 days, my hair is going to be a lot more prone to tangling, thereby affecting the length retention, because the knots will get ridiculous. I don't have to cut them out. I've tried to detangle them out. I've used needles. I've used all kinds of things, and it really does not work. You have to cut the knots out. And why cut your hair unnecessarily if you can prevent the tangling to begin with? Another tip that will help with your wash and go to be fantastic so that it doesn't tangle so much, because to me a fantastic wash and go isn't just about how it looks on day 1, day 2. Yes, you want volume, yes, you want popping curls, but you also want your strands protected. So for your strands to be protected, you need to use a gel that is not too heavy that it will weigh your hair down too much, but that it will allow it to get some volume, but also keep your curls clumped. Keeping those curls clumped protects your fine strands because it allows them to bind together and hang out together so that they're not separated and refrizzing out like crazy. So as you can see, like the curls here in the front of my hair, I'm going to show you, like this is a curl unit made up of a lot of little strands. But the gel that I just used, it really does help to keep the hair. It adds some firmness, and it kind of weighs the hair just a tiny bit so that everything clumps together, but it doesn't allow my hair not to have free movement. You see, I still have free movement and I still have some volume, and that gel is amazing. Again, it is the Main Choice Crystal Orchid Biotin Infused Styling Gel. And that is what it looks like. I am almost done with this jar, and because I have a ton of gel, I'm not going to repurchase it until I am like working through my gels. But just to give you a sneak peek, the 2 gels that I will be using in my hair regularly is this one and Camille Rose Naturals Curl Maker. That's another gel that is super moisturizing, and it also allows your curls to clump really well together. Well, I hope that kind of gives you a little inspiration to try and do your wash and goes again. Let's do a really quick recap. When it's time to refresh, make sure your edges get the nourishment and the moisture that it needs. You may also need to do it in the back, in your nape. I found that my nape is not so dry and it's not really frizzing up right now, so I'm not going to do that area. 2, make sure that when you do your wash and go, you use a gel that is heavy enough to weigh it down but allows your curls to clump. 3, certainly not the last, make sure you redo your wash and go after day 4. Don't go out too far or it will increase the tangling in your hair, affecting your length retention. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and share it, like it, pass it on, do all that good stuff. It really does help my channel. Thank you very much, and have a very blessed